AI is now making movies without any human director. You heard that right? A machine is capable of creating full films from start to finish. Runway Gen-2 is the tool behind this revolution, turning simple prompts into cinematic visuals. In this video, you'll discover how this AI works, what it means for the future of filmmaking, and why you might soon watch movies differently. Stay tuned, because the most surprising part is what Runway Gen-2 can do that humans often struggle with. 5. The birth of Runway Gen-2 and its capabilities. Runway Gen-2 is the latest evolution in AI-powered creative tools. Unlike traditional filmmaking, where directors, cinematographers, and editors spend weeks or months on a single scene, Runway Gen-2 can generate a short film in minutes. Its core technology combines machine learning with generative AI models, which means it learns patterns from thousands of movies and images and then creates entirely new content. Essentially, it can mimic human creativity without ever needing sleep or a coffee break. What makes Runway Gen-2 unique is its ability to understand context. You can type in a prompt like, "a rainy night chase in a futuristic city," and the AI will not only create visuals but also generate camera movements, scene transitions, and even lighting that fits the mood. This is not about stitching together stock footage. The AI literally imagines new frames from scratch based on what it has learned from real-world examples. The technology is based on advanced diffusion models and video synthesis. While the underlying algorithms are highly technical, the output is incredibly accessible. Filmmakers, content creators, and even hobbyists can use it with minimal training. You no longer need to rent expensive equipment or hire dozens of people for a simple scene. The AI can handle most of it automatically, which has sparked both excitement and concern across the creative industry. Some critics argue that AI films will lack soul or emotion, but early tests show that Runway Gen-2 can actually create highly expressive scenes. Facial expressions, subtle gestures, and dramatic lighting are all incorporated in ways that feel surprisingly human. This blurs the line between human and machine creativity and raises questions about the future of storytelling. 4. How AI generates a movie scene. Step by step, to understand why this is groundbreaking, let's break down how Runway Gen-2 creates a scene. First, you provide a text prompt. This can be as simple as a description of a character, an action, or a setting. For example, a young girl running through a foggy forest at dawn. Next, the AI interprets the prompt using its trained models. It decides on elements like camera angles, lighting, and movement. Unlike typical animation software where you manually adjust every frame, the AI predicts how the scene should look and animates it automatically. After generating the initial frames, the AI applies style and tone adjustments. You can choose different cinematic styles such as noir, sci-fi, or romantic drama. The AI then refines details like shadows, reflections, and even subtle background motion to make the scene feel natural and immersive. Finally, the AI stitches the frames together into a seamless video. You can add sound effects, background music, or voiceovers. Some versions of the software even experiment with AI-generated dialogue and ambient sounds. Within minutes, what would normally take a team of dozens of hours to produce becomes a ready-to-watch scene. The step-by-step process is almost magical because it mirrors how a human filmmaker might think, but executes it at lightning speed. Each frame is generated based on learned patterns, not copied footage, which means every shot is unique. This ability to produce endless variations opens doors for experimentation that was never possible before. 3. Myths and misconceptions about AI filmmaking. Many people assume that AI-created films are low quality or robotic. This is one of the biggest myths. While early AI-generated videos often look like glitchy animations, Runway Gen-2 produces visuals that are increasingly realistic. Backgrounds, movements, and character expressions are now smooth enough to pass for human-directed work in short films. Another misconception is that AI will replace human filmmakers entirely. In reality, most experts see AI as a collaborator rather than a replacement. Directors can use Runway Gen-2 to storyboard faster, test visual ideas, or even generate concept art before filming. The AI speeds up creativity, but human judgment and storytelling skills are still essential for compelling narratives. There is also concern about originality. Since the AI learns from existing movies, some worry it might copy ideas. However, the system is designed to generate new combinations and perspectives, making each film distinctive. Think of it as a chef who has tasted thousands of recipes and now creates entirely new dishes based on those experiences. Finally, people often assume that AI films lack emotional depth. Surprisingly, early experiments have shown that audiences respond emotionally to AI-generated scenes. Tension, suspense, humor, and sadness can all be conveyed effectively. In some cases, the AI even discovers novel ways of expressing emotion that human filmmakers might not think of. 2. Real-world applications and shocking examples. Runway Gen-2 is already being used in several exciting ways. Indie filmmakers can create storyboards instantly, reducing pre-production time drastically. Marketing teams are generating promotional videos without hiring a full production crew. Even educators are experimenting with AI films to illustrate complex topics visually. One example that caught attention was a short sci-fi film made entirely by AI. The video featured detailed space battles, moving character interactions, and dynamic lighting changes. People who watched it had no idea a human director was never involved. The fact that an AI could orchestrate such complex storytelling shocked many in the film community. Another interesting application is in prototyping. Studios can generate multiple versions of a scene to test audience reactions before committing to expensive production. This could save millions of dollars and allow creative teams to experiment freely. Some filmmakers are even using AI to create parallel storylines in video games and interactive experiences, opening a whole new world of narrative design. But there is a twist. As AI gets better at mimicking human creativity, ethical questions arise. Who owns the content? Is it the AI developer, the user who typed the prompt, or no one at all? These questions are already being debated legally and socially, and the answers will shape the future of the creative industry. 1. The future of filmmaking and emotional impact ascending. Now let's look at the bigger picture. Runway Gen-2 represents more than just a new tool. It signals a shift in the entire filmmaking landscape. With AI, the cost, time, and effort of making films drop dramatically. This could democratize filmmaking, allowing anyone with a computer to create movies that would have been impossible a few years ago. On the emotional side, AI filmmaking challenges our perception of creativity. We often associate art with human effort and emotion, but when a machine can move us to tears or laughter, it forces us to reconsider what art truly is. This is not about replacing humans, but expanding the possibilities of expression. One exciting possibility is hybrid filmmaking. Humans could focus on story, emotion, and vision, while AI handles technical execution, background generation, and experimentation. Imagine a director feeding ideas to an AI and instantly seeing hundreds of versions of the same scene. Creativity could accelerate in ways we've never seen. The potential downsides cannot be ignored. Job displacement, copyright issues, and the question of authenticity are real concerns. But as with every new technology, society will adapt. The early adopters of Runway Gen-2 are already discovering new storytelling forms and reshaping the film industry quietly but profoundly. If you think about it, the AI is not just making movies. It is teaching us to imagine differently. It challenges traditional roles, opens creative doors, and might even redefine the meaning of being a filmmaker in the 21st century. The story is just beginning, and the possibilities are both thrilling and unsettling. The world of filmmaking is changing faster than ever, and Runway Gen-2 is leading the charge. This AI can craft entire films from simple prompts, create realistic visuals, and even capture emotion in ways that feel surprisingly human. We've explored how it works, debunked myths, and seen real-world examples of its potential. What's clear is that storytelling is no longer limited by budgets, crews, or equipment. Anyone with an idea can bring a vision to life, and the possibilities for creativity are limitless. If this peek into AI filmmaking amazed you, share this video with friends who love movies or technology. Drop a comment telling us where you're watching from and the kind of scene you'd want AI to create. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you won't miss our next deep dive into AI and the future of art. And if you're curious to see more groundbreaking tech stories, click on the next video now. The future of creativity is already here, and it's just getting started.